Hi everyone. Miss Joyce here with the Shaler North Hills Library. And I hope you're visiting us so that you can watch U plus Math equals fun. And it is fun. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Here at the library, we just love doing what you think is fun, and we love learning. So hopefully together we're going to learn today a little bit. And remember, you're welcome to stop into the library, and you're welcome to borrow books, you're welcome to borrow movies, you're just welcome to come on and say hi. And pretty soon we'll be able to come into the library and enjoy each other's company as a group. So here we go. Let's get started with U plus Math equals fun. And for those of you that are maybe heading into kindergarten, heading into preschool, already going into first grade, you know what? I just always say, you know how important it is that we ask questions about things. If you're wondering about something, or if you just think, oh, I wish I knew what that meant, ask a question. Also, make sure you're looking at people's eyes when they're talking to you. And of course, I always say there are so many tools that we can use to learn from. And today we're going to use tools to learn with. And you know what? Today we're going to talk again about measurement. And what does the word measurement mean? The word measurement just means that it's a word that has to do with size, or how much something weighs, how far apart something is, how tall something is. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about length today, how long something is from end to end, from end to end. Now we have some tools we're going to use today, and I have the tools right here. We have a ruler. This is a ruler. A ruler is 12 inches. We have, this is called a tape measure. This is a really, really cool thing. The thing about a tape measure is you can measure something, how long it is, but it's also, because it moves around, you can go around things to see how round they are. Or you can see how tall they are. But because it bends, the ruler does not bend. This is kind of a handy tool too. This is another kind of tape measure. We have this here at the library, which is really cool. And you might have a tool like this at your house. Now, why do we use these tools? In what ways do we need to know how long something is? And we need to use these kinds of tools. They might not look exactly like the tools I just showed you, but we have some really cool tools. And I have some pictures here on my iPad. Here we go. Did you ever go to the doctor, and the doctor likes to find out how much you've grown, how tall you've gotten from the last time? And so the doctor might use a tool like this, and this is a tool to measure how tall you are. I have another kind of picture here. Ooh, look at that. This looks like somebody that is measuring fabric. Maybe they're going to sew something. So they're using a tape measure. And you know, as I always say, use all the clues. How did I know they were going to sew something? Well, I see scissors and I see thread. So these are good tools to let us know that somebody was going to sew something. How about this one? Oh, somebody getting a new pair of shoes. And when you go to get a new pair of shoes, sometimes you have to step on a kind of a measuring tool to see how big your feet are. How about this one? Oh, this is another picture of somebody who is getting their foot measured for a pair of shoes. Oh, look at this. This is somebody using a tape measure to measure a window. Perhaps they need a new window, or perhaps they're getting curtains. So there's lots of reasons why we would use these kind of tools. Now, when I said that we were going to measure length, it means like how far something is from end to end. So, of course, a map. A map. Now, a map is something that helps us understand how far away something is, like your apartment or house. How far away is it from the library? So you can use a map as a tool to find out the distance, how long the distance is between your house and the library, between your apartment and Giant Eagle. So there's lots of reasons to use these tools. And so when we come back, we're going to use these tools and we're going to measure a couple things.
Oh, hello. Hello, friend of Miss Joyce. It is I, your queen. You might be thinking you didn't know you had a queen. But I'm not trying to repress anyone. I just want you to know that I am your queen, at least in my own mind. And the reason why I felt it was important to come and talk to all of you, my fine people, today, is that you might be concerned that I am a ruler. I know Miss Joyce has talked to you about rulers, but there are different kinds of rulers, and certainly she's shown you a ruler. But I am a ruler. R-U-L-E-R is spelled ruler, and it is also spelled R-U-L-E-R, the kind of ruler that Miss Joyce had shown you. And I just wanted you to know it's another one of those words, those tricky words that we have in English, and you even have it in American. And so that's another one of those funny little words. But I am your ruler, and you also use rulers to measure things. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Hey, we're back. And as you can see, I've laid out some different kind of tools for measuring. And I thought what we could do is take a good look at these number lines. And that's what rulers and measuring tape and yardsticks are. They're just kind of number lines. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you what we're going to measure. And I just thought, hey, let's just get started with something most of us use every day, and that's a remote control. Now, let's take a good look. How long do you think the remote control is? Take a good look. Okay. Now, the way we're going to do it is we have to start when we measure. We have to start right at the very end. Right at the very end. There we go. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The remote control is 5 inches long. There are 12 inches in our ruler, which is 1 foot. But the remote control is 5 inches long. And when we measure something, we have to make sure that what we are measuring is right at the very end. There we go. Let's try to measure something else. How about this marker? Let's try to measure this marker. Remember, we're going to put it right at the very end. There we go. I see that little tippy top there. I want to make sure that's part of it. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches long. 5 inches long. Now, let's use this measuring tape to see if it is indeed 5 inches long. And you know what? You can see that it is 5 inches long. Now, let's see. Sometimes when we measure, we don't have to use rulers, measuring tapes, yardsticks. What we can use is we can use other things that we have. They're called non-standard, which means this is what most people use, but this can be what we use. We could use these blocks. Let's see. Let's line the blocks up carefully. Now when we measure something, let's measure this again. We have to make sure that if we're going to use blocks to measure, let's say, that they're touching, that all the blocks are the same size. We just want to make sure, because if we went like this, I'll put a block there, block there. Wow. That really wouldn't give us the correct answer if the question was, how long is the marker? How many blocks long is the marker? So it's important that not only do the blocks all have to be the same size, but we have to make sure they're touching end to end like this. Alrighty, let's see. How many blocks is the marker? Let's count. Put that right there, there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our marker is about 4 blocks long. Nice. Let's try to measure something else. How about our book? How tall is our book? Let's see. Let's see here. Our book, notice how I'm putting them end to end. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks long. Very nice. Good job. So at your house, if you don't have these measuring tools, that's okay, because you can use other tools to measure things. You can use your blocks. You can use your teddy bears. You can use whatever you want. But you know what? Let's say, I love these teddy bears. I think they're very useful for learning. Let's say I want to use my teddy bears for measuring. Well, here's a teddy bear. Here's another teddy bear. If I were going to use these for measuring, I can't have a large teddy bear, and small teddy bear, because if we're going to measure something using teddy bears, it's important that everything we're using is the same size. Just like the blocks I used, I would have to make sure that the teddy bears are the same size. So for this, I'm going to use the large teddy bears, and as you can see, I'm putting them end to end. I'll put one more large teddy bear there. There we go. Okay, now let's measure this marker again. Alrighty. Okay, making sure that it's from end to end. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 teddy bears long. But I should say 4 large teddy bears long. Hey, let's try something fun. 4 large teddy bears long. Let's try it with small teddy bears. Now, do you think it will be more teddy bears, or do you think it will be less teddy bears? If they're smaller, let's see. Alrighty, here we go. I'm going to have to get out the smaller teddy bears. This will be fun. And you can use whatever you have in your house. You could use blocks. You can use Legos. Legos would be good. 1, count with me. 2, 3, 4, whoops, 5, 6, 7, and I'll find one more small teddy bear. Here we go. Alrighty. Now, let's measure this marker again and see if it's different. Here we go. Wow. Let's count the teddy bears. And again, when you measure something, you have to make sure that everything is the same size and that they are touching end to end. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yay! So this marker is 6 small teddy bears long. This marker is 4 large teddy bears long and 4 blocks long. So that was super fun. It's really fun to measure things. But again, we have to measure things end to end if we're going to measure, and to make sure that they're touching if we're using something other than a ruler. But isn't that fun? I think measuring is fun. Hey, when we come back, we're going to have some more fun with U plus math equals fun.
Hey everybody, it's me, Kat. I just wonder how you're doing today. I know that Miss Joyce is talking about measurement again, and this time though you're talking about things that are like longer or shorter. Well, I must say, when I think of the word longer, it just kind of makes my tummy want to produce a hairball. Because the first thing I think about is one of the worst songs that was ever made. And I don't mean to offend you if you like this song. And I can only play a little clip of it because, you know, it's only right in copyright laws to only play it a little bit. But also, it's such a terrible, terrible song, you don't really want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a terrible song. Anybody remember this one? I mean, you can even tell it's just terrible. I mean, listen to that sappy, sappy music right there. And then here it comes. I mean, this intro is just enough to kill you, isn't it? Yep. Listen to that. Really? I don't know. I'm sorry if this was somebody's, somebody's wedding song or whatever. And I don't necessarily express the feelings of the library, but I should. Anyway, you guys have a good day and don't listen to that song. Bye!
Everyone, we are back and it's time to read a story. And I selected this story book. It's called It's a Firefly Night. It was written by Diane Ochiltree and the art is by Betsy Snyder. Remember, the person who thinks of the idea and puts that idea into words is called the author, and the person who draws the pictures to match the ideas is called the illustrator. And I like this book because it's a counting book. So we're going to count a couple of times during the story, and I think you'll really enjoy it, and it's about summertime. And I love summer. So here we go. It's a firefly night. When the moon is high and the stars are bright, Daddy tells me it's a firefly night. I hop off the porch. I feel the air warming my legs and messing my hair. Oh, look at that, it's nighttime. And she says the word porch, and we know her porch is right there. The grass tickles my toes. I zip through the yard, chasing the fireflies. Gotcha! To put in my jar. You know what I love about this picture? We use our imagination. On this page, it's the little girl, and she's catching the firefly. We know it's a little girl. We saw what she was wearing before, but we don't see the rest of the little girl. But that's okay, because we're using our imagination. And here's their dog. And their dog is jumping or running. And I love it because we know it's our dog, but we can't really see all of the dog. Fireflies shimmer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My jar is like a light bulb that's just come alive. And remember, when we count things, you can count with your fingers. That's the best way to count things, by touching. Because when you touch things, remember, it sends a message from your hands all the way up to your brain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fireflies glimmer. All of them glow. I race to show Daddy. They're dancing a light show. And again, we're using our imagination. We know that's her daddy. You can see that he's reaching out. He could be reaching out for the jar. She wants to show her daddy. Flickering quicker, they sparkle and they shine. I love catching fireflies, but they are not mine. They are not her fireflies. I take one gently out of the jar. My hand is a cage for one tiny star. Uncurling my hand, easy and slow, I whisper goodbye. Then I let the firefly go. Soon, many fireflies open their wings. They flitter and they flutter. They soar over my swings. Oh, look at all those fireflies coming out of her jar. Oh, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They blink in the night. Let's count those again. I'm counting them backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, let's count them forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because where we live, when we count or when we read, we always start on this side. Oh, we walk back to the house. I hold my daddy's hand. Will tomorrow night be a firefly night? And you know what's really fun? There are some things we can learn about fireflies. First of all, some people call fireflies lightning bugs, which is really cool. And there are over 200 different kinds of fireflies. Hey, thanks everyone. Thank you for coming and watching. You plus math equals fun. We'll see you soon. Catch a firefly.